I'm excited to be able to bring you some encouragement in the love department every day, some of which you will have seen in previous programs. After dating in high school, Gary and Ann Blinch said, "I do," and made a happy start in life together. 7 years into married life, Gary became a pastor right here in Burlington. The Bible says love never fails, but the vows they had made to each other were challenged by Gary's long working hours, Ann's 2 miscarriages, and a slow drifting apart.
When your husband, you become second in a job, second to a job, you don't feel loved. You don't feel that you matter anymore. And that's really where I felt I didn't matter.
Certainly those early ministry years where I was gone too much, and I never said to my wife, "Look, you're right, I'm sorry. I left you guys." I left you guys all alone. And the contrast between the man and the husband I intended to be when I entered my married life, when I took my vows in front of a church. I wrote my own vows, and Ann wrote her own vows, and we meant them. But when I saw how, in essence, I hadn't lived up to them at all, and never in my wildest dreams imagined I would go that far from what I had intended, it blew me away. I thought, how could I have done that? It was so without thought. It was just allowing outside forces to dictate my life for me, instead of me saying, wait a minute, this isn't what I want. I just let it go. And so dealing with that issue of just being gone, and then dealing with the miscarriages, having never talked about them, having never said, that's awful, that's terrible, have never entered into Ann's pain, just kind of not understanding at all what it meant for a woman to carry something within her and then lose it. I had no concept of what that meant for her. So those were huge issues we were able to finally talk about.
And that weekend proved to be the turning point in the Blinch family life.
It was amazing. It was to realize that in one sense it took so little. In one sense it took so little. It just took the courage. And the courage to do it, and the confidence, we're not going to blow apart. We're going to get close together.
Now they are both involved in ministry, leading their own marriage encounter seminars at their local church. And the advice that Gary and Ann now give to the hundreds they help is from years of experience in pain, hurt, and restoration.
There is a way through, and that it's better to work on restoring the relationship than to walk away. Walking away can look so attractive when things are really bad, but you married that person for a reason. You were attracted to them, and that can be recaptured, so don't walk away.
And I think that God is interested in your marriage, and that God has an invested interest in you as a person, and that you really need to dig as far and as do whatever it takes to restore your marriage. If you have a good marriage, make it better. It's not something that you can ever lay aside. It's a relationship, so you always have to work at it.
Oh, it's so touching. I had 3 miscarriages myself, and the grief is surprising, isn't it, women who've been there? A marriage encounter weekend gave the Blinches the tools they needed to help rekindle their love, their relationship. Countless couples have found the Love Dare book just what they needed to refuel and renew their marriage. We so want to encourage you every way we can, but we felt this was a good start to get you doing some heart work that will help to fireproof your marriage. You know, that movie was such an inspiration that couples asked for the book that then had to be created. And maybe just what you need right now. We want you to take that 40-day journey. Maybe you would like to give this 40-day journey to someone you're praying for, someone you care about. As you come on board as a member of our Crossroads family, this is the gift we will send to you. Now, it's very important in the midst of this membership drive that we remind you that we're here for you 24 hours a day to pray for whatever need you have. And I know we're going to be touching felt need in relationships, especially marriages. So please make note of this number. It is available every day of the year around the clock. 1-866-273-4444. We stuff our secrets, we stuff our pain. And I believe as you tune in these next 2 weeks, things are going to percolate, you know, like a pea in the blueberries. They're going to top right up there. And this is a time to talk and to have prayer about what you're facing. Back to our pledge lines, because this is about building the family, keeping the kind of content you've just seen, keeping the prayer lines available. It's your support that makes it all possible in a needy world. God bless you as you go to your phone.